Tommy James and the Shondells Anthology, an album I bought for £6 at the Wickham Arts Centre record fair. I'm fairly certain it was the Vinyl Hunters stall. I went to America in the early 80s and the radio was playing a lot of English music. But when the DJ would play a favourite oldie, it was clear that myself and my American cousins grew up listening to very different popular songs. They had bands like Paul Revere and the Raiders, the Buckinghams and the Cowsills. We had Vanity Fair, Piccadilly Witch, White Plains, Edison Lighthouse and the Fortunes. Where we had Get It On, they had Bang a Gong. They had Beatles hits like 8 Days a Week and The Long and Winding Road. In the UK we really only knew of Tony James and the Shondells because of the hit Money Money. But they had a whole career in America. They had hit singles and albums and other acts covered their songs. And when they split, Tommy James had 2 solo hits. I thought they were just bubblegum garage rock, but I became interested in them when a serious YouTuber I follow played an extended version of Crimson and Clover, which over here is probably better known as a Joan Jett song. I love how that song captures the whole spirit of psychedelic mid-60s pop with just a very wobbly tremolo guitar. On their hit Crystal Blue Persuasion, they have a touch of Blue-Eyed Young Rascals' grooving soul. And the song Ball of Fire is a bit like the original British Brotherhood of Man. I think the song I Think We're Alone Now is a sublime pop song, and I am familiar with a number of excellent versions, but it was not until I listened to this LP that I heard the original. To be honest, it does not sound as good as many of the copies, and the whole album does sound a bit underproduced, especially for a hits compilation. It has a rawness that was probably unintended, and it was possibly because the record label was owned by a mob boss. The Shondells had a fairly changeable lineup, and the songs were written by James and a team of in-house songwriters. The final song, Dragging the Line, is a catchy 70s rock song that I do think I probably heard on the radio at the time. I have listened to this album numerous times, and there are gems and there are tracks that were probably not hits in the UK for a very good reason. However, it did cost me less than a pint of cider at the Mad Squirrel. Tommy James and the Shondells Anthology.